Hello everyone, my name is Neo and welcome to another tutorial on how to make textures. Today we're going to make what are they called? Brick textures. I'm sorry. And again, it's the same thing. Brick. You make a nice thing. What's it called? A nice square. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit tired. Again, you pull this aside, and the reason why this is purple is because I relocated the stone texture. Paint, and this time it's going to be a little bit the same as we always do, but we're going to start with a nice red color because bricks are kinda reddish. Get it? Reddish. We're going to fill in the plane with the reddish color, like this. And then we're going to go a lot darker. We're going to go to our, no, not smear, our texture. I'm going to take this color, make it a lot darker, turn the strength up to 0.75, and in paint stroke we're going to make it a line. Let's check tiling. Okay, that's still checked. And how are we going to do this? Well, I'm not going to go and make them too small, but I am going to up the size of the brush. So from here to there. It doesn't have to be perfect, although stone bricks are perfect. And I forgot. So let's first make the dots. Since it's a cartoon, it doesn't matter if they're the same size or not. And one over here. I'm going to start with the bottom one, and I'm going to slowly work my way up. That was actually a pretty nice straight line for not looking at it. What is this? These are basically the things between the bricks. So now what we need to do now is select this edge, bring it down here, this one, bring it down here, this one, you guessed it, bring it down there, and I made a mistake, so I need to redo all of this. So what we want is full brick, you know, might as well just take the middle and somewhere over here. This will mean there are going to be really big bricks, but who cares? Like so. Like so. You could also say 6 and 8, but you need to make sure that they're tileable, and if you don't do it like this, they're not going to be tileable. So the top side, I'm going to put a light somewhere in the middle. Next side, line somewhere in the middle, and bottom side doesn't have to be done, so we can just do it like this over here as well. Doesn't have to be perfect, these are just basically guidelines. Okay, so now we did that. Now we can start by giving them some detail. Oops. Paint stroke goes back to space, excuse me. Maybe that's a little bit too... I still don't see a thing. Okay, now I'm starting to see stuff happening. So you just fill in a little bit of bricks with a little bit of random detail. As you can see, it's not too much. If I up the strength, it's going to be a lot more visible, as you can see. But we don't need that to be too visible. We do need to have some different types, some different colors, because bricks aren't completely red. So just add in some color. And I'm going to up it on this one. Like that. I am going to put in some more color, a different one. Of course it's dark, so you don't really see the differences, unless on this line here. But yeah, so these are our bricks. I am going to smear it out a little bit. You don't see it too much, but smearing out is a good thing to do. And I already made a boo-boo. There. God damn it. Not now. So yeah, just mirror it out a little bit so it looks like this. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make some people like bricks who have like parts ripped off or something. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to lower our radius brush, we're going to up our strength, and we're just going to pull out the crease that we want. For example, this is going to be a really big crease. And over here as well. Doesn't have to be too much, but it's just as an example to you guys how to do this. Then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my text brush again, make it a lot darker. I am going to use the original color. I'm going to up the strength a little bit, up the size, maybe not too much because that's too much. Yeah, something like this. I'm going to go back to the line tool and just basically make shadows. You don't have to put the shadows at the same height on every brick. This gives it a little bit more detail, as you can see, but I am going to make it a little bit darker. I'm not happy with the light, the brightness. So like here, and then like this. So that's a little bit of detail as well, like so. Okay. On these bricks we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to make this one a lot bigger. There. Then here a small one next to a reasonable big one. There. So that's our bottom side already. What we are going to do is we're going to give it the top side, we're going to do the same thing, but then with a brighter color, like really bright, like so. It's not perfect yet, but we'll make sure that it starts to look nice in a second. So and so. So as you can see, our bricks, they're starting to get some texture going on. Now, because I forgot to do this part, I am going to do S, where's the S? Here. And I am going to, not with a line, but with a space and the lower radius, I am going to go, whoops, I am going to go like this. And I think I forgot, I took the wrong color. So like that. This means I'm going to go light on that side. There. So our brick is starting to look like a brick. There's only this side and this side. Now the thing is, you'll have to think about which direction are your bricks facing. If they're just coming from up, looking down, then it's best you do it like this. Okay, I forgot to take the color S. It's so dark, like his, like this. Okay, so something like this, and then the black has to go up. If you want to do it in a perspective view, that basically means you'll have to come from here, go down here to the corner, and do it the same on this side. I'm going to do one row in one way, the other row, the other row in the other way, so you guys know what I mean. So like this. And don't worry, it doesn't look perfect yet, but we'll make it look perfect in a second. Space, radius down, and like this. So this is starting to look like bricks to me. Now I do need to take the darker color and do the same from here to there with a little bit of a bigger brush. Like so, and like so. So the top bricks, they're done. I mean, you can see they're facing in a specific direction. These bricks, they're not yet. So I'm going to up the strength again because I'm not satisfied with the color, the tone. I'm still not satisfied, but yeah. Okay, so that should be good. I'm going to do the same over here. So like that. As you can see, both styles, they are pretty nice to look at. I'm not going to do the two bottom rows because that will take a lot of work, which I don't want to put into this because it's actually quite easy to do. Okay, so now I'm going to, whoops, that's too big. Where's my line? You don't have to do this, but I like to have my lines nice and visible when I'm doing something like this. Over here, whoops. And this one, they're closing in nice and tidy. Actually, I could do it like that as well. Let me think. But that's only for this style. With this style, you can make them look like they're attached to each other. With this style, it's going to be a little bit harder to pull that off. That's why I prefer to use the top style, although this style isn't too bad either. So I'm going to go back to the smear tool and I'm going to smear this out so it looks, my smear tool is way too high, so these ones are flowing into each other like this. Need to do the same on this side and over here as well. Now since I'm playing around with this, and now I need to put my strength up higher like so. With this I need to do the same thing like that, and this one I need to make I need to let disappear like that. Same with this side, they should lock into each other nice and smoothly. Okay, so like that. As you can see, this looks like cartoon bricks. You can also add dots and other cracks and stuff. I'm not really good with making bricks, but this is the principle you can use. This one, let's say you're making a top-down game, this one is actually pretty good to use, pretty nice to use, because the sun will come from only one point. Well, this tile, it's more like, okay, the sun is coming directly from above us and we're looking straight at the rock. So what's it called? It's like the Project Zomboid or whatever pixel game, they use this style. Well, this style is actually pretty nice as well. And I know this was a short tutorial, but that's because I wanted to do something else as well today. So I'm first going to save this image. Save image. Where the hell is my desktop? I'm going to call it brick. And now I'm going to try to do something special. Sorry, my back hurts. So this tab, the triangle thingy, as you can see under UV maps, you've got one UV map. This is a good thing, and I'll show you why. What I'm going to show you guys is, let's see how many minutes I'm in actually, 17 minutes. You know what? Tomorrow for the next video I'll make sure that I'll do it. It's basically baking the textures onto your object so you can use them for other things like the Unity engine or whatever you want to use. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. I'll see you guys.